I have to reconcile with somebody if I forgive them. Honest answer.
No.
Okay. Why?
Well, let's define reconciliation. Can I do that again, please?
Okay.
All right. So, reconcile can be, I'm going to actually use my phone if y'all don't mind. 4 different examples of reconciliation. One is restoring a friendship. 2 is coming to an agreement regarding an answer or solution. To be congruous, meaning hand in hand moving together. Cause to submit or accept something that's unpleasant. To check a financial bank account against an inaccuracy. To account for or an explanation.
So forgiving somebody, you don't have to reconcile in order for it to be forgiveness.
No, not if you look at all 4 of these definitions. I'll go with 2 of them that you do, and 2 of them that you don't. We do not have to have a friendship for me to forgive you.
Okay, so do you? So I feel forgiveness is something that you do in your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Reconciliation is something that you build between 2 people. But I think there has to be trust, safety, and I think time. Why do you think there's a wrestle with maybe today's day and age that if I forgive you, I'm supposed to be rocking with you from here on, or is that just something we see in families?
Yeah. So that's the thing. I think proximity is important when we don't have to be back how we used to be for me to forgive you for your wrongdoing. So we were best friends and you did something to me, and then we come together and have a conversation and we say, you know what? Like, I'm sorry. You say you sorry. It doesn't mean we're gonna go back to talking on the phone every day.
Why?
Because just because you say you're sorry does not mean you've gone through the process of what actually caused the odd against me. So let's say you told people my business after I confided in you.
Okay.
We're not gonna sit back on the phone every day, and unless you showed me something different in your character that showed me that I can trust you in that way. So to me, trusting you, me forgiving you does not mean that I trust you. Me forgiving you does not mean that I give you full access to me again. I
agree with that partially. What do you say to someone that's like, hey, yo, my mom hurt me, or my sister hurt me, my dad hurt me, somebody in my family hurt me. I forgive them, but I don't want to rock with them.
So that's actually a really good question, because when it comes to family, I feel like it gets sticky. You know what I mean? Sometimes people be like, friendships come and go, but families forever. That was like ingrained in us, like a lot of times as kids, like especially in our communities. It's like, yo, your family gonna always be there, even when your friends come and go. But the fact of the matter is, you will have family members that you love and you don't like.
Oh.
Yeah, that sounds like an oxymoron though, right? But think about it. Y'all know I'm right.
I don't look at family the same way as most people. I think family are the people who you were born into the same lineage.
Yep.
I think if I really said based on definition or based on safety, trust, and things like that, I think there are some friends who are way closer than family members would ever be.
I think family actually is a great tool that God uses to teach you unconditional love, because he doesn't say anything about like.
Yeah, but what does he say about family outside of the husband-wife type of role?
You know what? It's interesting. In the New Testament, there's not much said, period.
Which is the testament we live by.
Yeah, the testament we live by. But his character doesn't change either. And so just to even know that we get a lot of glimpses of the character of God in his fullness in the New Testament, it also gives us like a little inkling of indication of his character about family as well. So it's like,
hold up, because if we no, not because if we're being honest,
what?
Jesus was not rocking with his brothers.
Right, but they wasn't even his brothers like that.
They were his brothers.
Nah, he knew. First of all, he didn't even have the same blood, literal blood, as any
We're
of
gonna do
them because
that?
he was
You
created
gonna
by
do
the
that?
Holy Spirit.
Oh,
Like,
John.
no, come on. He knew he was like, don't even say we got the same
Yo,
eyes because we don't. Like, I don't look nothing
yo,
like Mary.
you
Like,
can't do that.
like, come on, be honest.
You can't do that.
He was not like
That's the mother whom his father chose to bring him
yes.
into this world.
Jesus
So
always knew who he was,
yeah,
though, babe.
yeah, but
he knew he was the
but
divine.
he wasn't
one.
rocking with his brothers,
Okay.
or he wasn't rocking with them.
He said, "Who is my mother or my father?"
Okay,
Those
so
are, my mother and my father is the ones.
to do the will of God. So that's family.
Huh?
So is that family?
That was you talk about New Testament though. Jesus brought it a whole nother level, yo. Jesus actually brought in what you're saying. Well, you're like, yo, whoever rocks with me is family.
Okay. So the whoever was born into your lineage, how do you feel about that? For I believe forgiveness is a work of the heart, and I believe reconciliation is a work between both parties with trust, safety, and of course time. I personally don't believe. I believe you can forgive someone and say, "Hey, this is it for us."
Let's talk about this family thing real quick though, because I think this is something here. So I actually think that friends come into your life at a point you gravitate towards friendships and like relationships outside of your family at the time and point that you're at. Think about it. So like when you were a kid and you didn't have any friends to play with and you had that one person that lived across the street, that kid met the need of you needing friendship, right? So that's the need that they filled for you, right? Or you're an adult and you're now looking for adult friendships and you're like, yo, I need some other men who are married, who love their wives that I can like bounce stuff off of or whatever. Those friends have an intentional connection that you're looking for as well. They're not just like people that just popped up in your life. No, these are people that are actually meeting a deficit many times, or they're feeding something that you are thriving towards as well. Like your circle, if you ever notice, like if you're in a circle, if you are an entrepreneur, you'll start having circles with more and more entrepreneurs because like you guys you're growing in that circle. But your family was there for a purpose. Like you did not choose your family.
What biblical purpose?
I truly believe that, and you know what? I can't say I've studied this, but you are given into a family. Like just like even like Old Testament, like when certain names that you were given, right? Or like John's mother who said the angel told me that your name, his name was to be John, and it's like, well, why those specifics? Like there's a specific, we might not even know why the angel told her his name had to be John, or even that they came through her womb and through the father's womb. I forgot his name, or the father's loins, who they couldn't have children for a very long time. Like, why did he choose to do it that way? The why, you'll be sitting there toiling your thumbs forever trying to figure that out. Don't worry about the why. Just know that it was. Like, to think that this man and this woman were brought together for me to come through them. Like I have the specific DNA of them with the intentionality of God. Like God knew who he needed. He didn't just say, well, she chose him, so let's just figure out a guy to come through. No, he knows everything from the beginning to the end. So
you possibly see reconciliation from a family bloodline standpoint different than you would any other relationship?
No, I think that the dynamics of how we reconcile may be different.
Why is that?
Because with a friend, that's the thing. With a friend, you might like cut ways or what have you, and you never see them again. With your family, you got all these intertwined. This your uncle, this your mother, this your brother.
But what if there's no trust, there's no safety, and no time that's being built for the reconciliation?
No, so I believe that reconciliation does not have to happen because we're family. But the process of you creating reconciliation, what that might look like, may be different. Like point in case, if you got a beef with your brother, or not even, let's say the beef, there is no beef. Y'all have just agreed that y'all don't really like each other. And y'all just do not want to be around each other. Y'all have talked it out. Y'all have hashed it out and said, listen, I love you. You love me. but let's just not do this. That type of decision, that has to then be communicated to a family, because then the family wondering, well, why we can't all have Thanksgiving together? Mama wondering, wait a minute now, I can't have one of my sons here and not the other son here because the both of y'all are you know what I'm saying? So it's like, so we gonna come together on Thanksgiving Day for mama's sake, right? Because I don't really have a problem with you. I just don't want to be around you like that. Okay, I don't really want to be around you either, but we're gonna come to Thanksgiving Day with mama because we're not beefing. I think that's a level of reconciliation too, because you got other people that are involved in our decision making, and you can create boundaries, you know, but it doesn't mean that we have a problem. It's just like, yeah, guys, we just decided that this ain't for us, and we don't want to hang out with the family every Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Because it might be an every Sunday thing. It's like, well, every Sunday the family get together, and you're like, yeah, guys, I actually don't want to do that. Even for yourself, it's like, I'd like to create this boundary. There's no ought, but if you don't want to do that because there's really something in your heart where you're like, I don't like her, that's where I think it gets sticky.
Where do you see people judging someone else's forgiveness? Like, you didn't forgive this person. Like, I don't think you did, when they really might have, but they're just not reconciling.
Remember I was saying, again, I'm gonna use the family dynamic. I think you can't judge somebody else's area of forgiveness, but you yourself know that you might not know the specifics. You might just be like, I feel creepy crawly every time I'm around that person, right? And it's like, well, have you not forgiven them? Or do you know the source of that feeling? You know? And that's where it's like, when you can't keep ignoring that and just keeping yourself away. When you have that unction, like something's wrong within your body, your nervous system, and your body starts telling you, like, I don't want to be around this person, you should know why. And if you don't know why, it's time to do some heart checking. Be like, something's there, because I really don't know why I don't want to be around this person. And I think that a lot of times the root of that is unforgiveness. Or the root of that is an offense that has happened that was never reconciled, and it was just put deep. And so now you just like, I'm making a boundary choice, and you're like, why are you not coming on Sundays? Because my boundaries. It's like, okay, wait, you're just choosing not to, or I just don't want to be there. Okay, is that real? It's a difference between you saying, like, we're not coming to Sundays every Sunday because we want to make our own traditions at home. Check, that's a reason. But if you're just like,
y'all lucky I don't feel like getting Jamaica in trouble with this one.
But if you just like, I don't want to go over there, that's something to me. And I think, again, it's between forgiveness or offense that has not been dealt with. Okay, that's my thoughts.
We're not gonna go where I would take it, but so we do agree on that. Forgiveness is a work of the heart. Reconciliation is building trust with that person.
Yep.
Safety and time, which I think that's how you actually establish longer lasting relationships. So if you guys want
safety and time,
yeah.
Okay.
I don't think you can build a relationship with somebody you'll feel safe with.
That's true.
I think that's legit.
Safe with my emotions too. Safety is not just physical.
The first safety is emotions. Like,
yeah.
If I can't talk to you about my emotions and how I feel without you, either could be physically, but you emotionally attacking me or making me feel like I'm crazy, then it's not time for that relationship.
Or even silence. Especially,
God.
Now I'm in the vein now. Listen,
my God.
Especially silence when it comes from a person that the expectation of presence would be there.
If you guys want to catch the longer version of this, we'll put a link in our show notes to go to the audio podcast where you hear a longer version, a lot more stuff. But let us know in the comments, do you feel you have to reconcile with somebody after you forgive them? All right, guys.